Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me, Chattanooga Ed, and the amazing Rico Stan
I
on
thought there
this
was somebody
Saturday night.
thought there was somebody standing next to you. You were pointing at like the oven or something, and me and my
I'm just
oven.
skilled. That is an oven. This house, I'm in my mom's kitchen because my kitchen is like dark and dingy. But she has three ovens in this room. It's
Wow.
it's like it's like a super. She get
Yeah.
mad at me for this, but it's like a super southern kitchen. It's like gigantic. Look, it even has to go into the dining room, has one of those swing doors. They go both ways.
Swing. So that's a
So,
southern thing, having more than one oven. I did not know that.
I think it's just a mom thing, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a southern thing or not, but
Okay.
it's just a nice party type situation for having all your family here and being able to cook everything. So actually, we have four ovens because I own an oven too.
Dr. Anthony needs the link, so I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I know everything's behind the scenes there, so just give me a minute. Dr. Anthony,
I'm going to be in his Facebook.
Facebook?
I thought I sent it to him on Facebook, but maybe I didn't. But it's okay. Well, guys, and I don't even know. I'm kind of far away. Let's see if I can click chat. Oh my gosh! Well, we have some people here. Super cool.
Want me to run through and say some highs?
Well, let's get Dr. Anthony in here. And Skipper's going to be here, but he just got called off on an ambulance run about 20 minutes ago. So we don't know, I didn't ask details like, was it a multiple car accident or just some guy having a heart attack at home? Or, maybe a dog attack. I wonder what else you could have, maybe a home shooting or something on the weekend because all the family's there.
Or overdose, maybe, or
overdoses. There's
somebody
so many
cut off
possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, the world's your oyster when it comes to ambulance driving.
Yeah. Or maybe, no. Sometimes they have to take a person from one hospital to another hospital because the hospital you're at is not equipped. Like when I hurt my back real bad, my spine got damaged. I was at one hospital for almost 20 hours and they didn't even tell me, but they were going to, as soon as the time elapsed, because they didn't trust that I hadn't drank or ate anything, they didn't even tell me I was going to be having this major surgery or anything. They just said, okay. And they put me in an ambulance and took me to the other side of the city. Well, into the city, not into the other side. But and then I had all my surgery that night on my spine. So sometimes they just take you from place to place.
Yeah, because each of the hospitals have their specialties or whatever. Dr. Anthony, I sent that to you via email. If you don't see it in your Facebook one.
So the plan for tonight was to make some fish foods from rapashi. I love rapashi. And I got some cool different ways to prepare it. But my dad was awfully excited that I was having another cooking Saturday night show. So instead of the fish didn't get as excited as my dad. So we're gonna make monkey bread instead.
Oh, okay. I do love me some monkey bread.
Maybe everybody knows how to make monkey bread, but if you
Pretty
don't,
easy.
it's easy and delicious. It's something that everybody should be able to do. And at this time of the year, like if you got your grandkids coming to visit or your kids or anybody.
Rub it in, Ed. Rub it in. Rub it in. Thanks.
Well, I don't have grandkids either.
Yeah, but you don't want them.
Well, you've got what are they called? Nieces and nephews?
Sure.
They're going to be living with me for the holidays this year because my sister's got her house up for sale and they're building a new house and they don't want everybody at their house while they're trying to sell it over the holiday. Gotcha. They're living in their garage at their new house and there's only 2 or 3 bedrooms in the garage
Mm-hmm.
they're like all door or walls that are going to be torn down.
Yeah, just temporary to.
Yeah, for the two girls that still live at home and the one boy that still lives at home, and my sister and her husband, and then they share one bathroom. So, but nonetheless, nobody cares about that.
How about we run through the highs real quick, and then maybe Doctor keep your eyes peeled for Dr. Anthony. He might be popping up there in the background. Okay, there he is. Scotty Aquati was first in. Hi, Scotty. Mexicali, Jorge, hello. Lando, good to see you again.
Oh
There's Miss Patty. What?
Never mind, keep going. Look,
Dr. Rico Jr.
We have the awesome Rico.
He's better looking. Where was I at? We got Miss Patty, we got Mark, we got Annette and Jimmy. Paul McCarthy, hello. There's Fish Rumor. What's up, Steve? There's Matt and Scotty the Fish Freak, the other Scotty, and Dapper Dennis and Melody Rose. I don't know that I know Melody. Hi, Melody. Jenny Lynn. Jenny. It's good to see you. There's that sand guy. Oh, and Matt gave you a $2 super chat already.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Matt.
Danikin, and look whose shirt you're wearing. And there's Mr. Kenny. Oh. Hi, Kenny. Yeah. Linda Worth. There's John Select, Dr. Awesome, Mountaintop Fish. It's changed. Mountain. You're missing an N. It's mountain top fish. Mountaintop. There's a typo. Mountain. Maybe it's like a Louisiana pronunciation or something. Mountain. Anyways, let's see. We got there's Melvin and Red Laser, Night Owl Aquatics. I'm almost to the bottom.
Red Laser.
Sketters. Hi, Sketters. And
Spaghetti is really good at making good Italian foods.
B Wizzle, what's up, Brandon? And I think I got everybody. It says my name and it makes Ed leave. There is a bunch of people parked in my yard.
Was that John that said that?
It was John. Select Pet. So before we get started,
I ran off to wash my hands real quick when he said his name, so I thought it was him.
I just got to complain because the neighbors are having a birthday party and so many other people are parked in my yard. And I've gone down and told them to move like 5 times now. They don't keep telling the new people that show up to not park in my yard. And I'm not talking about just a little bit. They're like in my yard, like vehicles totally 100% parked in my yard.
Well, don't they have plenty of room to put their cars in their yard?
They do. That's what I don't get. They could just drive past their house. Instead, they're parked up in our property instead of parking past. So anyways, done. Grumpy, yes. I just wanted to fit in with you.
Are you a grumpy guy today, Dr. Anthony?
No, I just thought I'd wear this hat. It's actually a coffee shop in New York City.
Oh, wow.
My wife bought it for me a couple of years ago, so I wear it once in a while.
Well, that's awesome.
I love it.
I was grumpy because you didn't send me the link, Edward.
You thought I did.
Nope, you didn't.
Well, I'm sorry. But
we're
making monkey bread, Dr. Anthony, and this isn't bread from monkeys.
Yeah, I wonder what the different names of it are. I wonder what people know it by. You know,
some people call it dough ball cakes. But Dr. Anthony, it's delicious.
What good is it for you to say it's delicious if you don't share with us?
Well, I'll be sharing the way to make it. And then you can see my dad be very happy.
Oh, okay.
Eating it.
Okay.
So first things first is a lot of people use bundt cake pans. Do you guys know what bundt cakes are?
Yeah, that's what we use.
Yes.
Well, I don't. I like using angel food instead because it's easier to come out. The bundt cakes have the ridges.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to spray it with my buttery release flavor.
Wait. Did you say buttery release flavor?
Yeah, I got buttered flavor.
Buttery release flavor? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay.
Just making sure. And bundt cakes have a bigger hole too, so it's much easier to release, probably.
Well, but they have all the ridges, and like a bundt
Yeah.
cake is like an oil-based cake.
Yeah.
And
I
these
understand.
aren't having any of that.
Yeah.
This going back to what we did last time. We're gonna maybe I need to try to get one of these instant dough people to sponsor me.
Ooh,
Yeah, and then maybe they could send me a free thing of dough.
I do like me some dough.
Dough's good.
Maybe you can make some dough from your dough.
So whoa.
Maybe give me
This
some
is
dough.
biscuit, but there's biscuits there, and then there's butter flavored biscuits. So I get the butter flavored biscuits. If you ever get a choice between normal or butter, always go butter because it's better. Is my opinion.
Better butter. Butter's better.
Butter makes
Better.
everything better.
What about croissants? Did you ever try with croissants?
That's what I did last time, for my skull heads, and they came out really good. But
Probably too
I really
flaky,
packed
though.
them down tight.
Yeah, too flaky.
I don't know. I think it might work out good.
Well,
I think we should try that.
Some people use. Wonder, maybe I should try to. Let me see if I can lower myself.
He's going to lower himself to our standards.
Yeah.
Poor Ed.
This is my Awazi chair, or one of my Awazi chairs, or Awaza.
Is it
Jen
like?
Williams gave this chair to me.
Does it have extra filtration or something on it? What's
It's pushy. I'm going to push this up just a little. It's nice and cushy, and they're pretty. And my mom needed stools for her kitchen.
Yeah.
So she was going to throw them away, and I said, "I'll take them."
Yeah. That's crazy.
I hate when I have the stools, though. That's bad.
Well, and the problem with sitting on a stool on this side is it's just flat up and down because there's drawers all on this side. Over there's like a ledge to sit.
Yeah.
So you cut these all.
You cut them.
Fours.
Oh, okay. See, we just rip them apart. We don't have so the sizes are a lot different. We have a general idea of the size that we want, but each piece is a little bit different sized.
This butter is amazing. How much butter is in these?
I wonder if that makes any difference as to cutting them, pulling them apart, making them symmetrical and the same size. I'm curious on how that affects flavor.
I don't know if it would make much of a flavor, except you're going to get more of an even amount of the stuff all over everything. Because sometimes if you're just making them with your hand, you get a giant ball that doesn't get all the stuff all over it.
Well, yeah, you got to get them nice. You got to have nice little balls of dough. Yep. They got to be sort of uniform. You get close to you got an idea of what they need to be.
So you get all that stuff all over each ball.
Larry's having a rough time with his foot. I guess he crushed it pretty good.
Larry D?
Yeah.
I thought I saw on Instagram a picture of his toe, but I just didn't stop and I look at the toe very long. I'm sorry, Larry. Normally when I see feet, I just keep going.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't read it at all, but I do remember now saying, "Oh, Larry put a picture of his foot up there." Next, I don't know if I liked it or not.
John said, "Am I hearing a monkey bread cook-off next time we're all together? That'd be fun if we had a kitchen."
The problem is the oven is having an oven.
Yeah, we can get one of the little easy bakes and get like 10 of those.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Anthony,
what
do they have monkey dough in Peru?
Yeah, but it's called mono dough.
Mono?
Because that's
is
how
it
they
made
say
with monkeys?
Mono.
It's weird that it's always monkey bread, though. I'm surprised. There's got to be people in the chat that call it something different.
Right? I never heard of monkey bread, so this is a new one for me.
Oh, no?
No.
Ooh.
It's delicious.
Maybe it hasn't got to the the West Coast yet.
Maybe.
It's just a big sugary, doughy
Wonderful
mess, and it's delicious. It's pull-apart bread. A lot of people call it pull-apart bread.
It's like a giant donut. Now,
Brother Dan.
you can also use the cinnamon roll, instant cinnamon roll stuff, and cut those into fours and roll them. But I think a little bit more dough. I don't want that much, cinnamon everywhere. If that makes sense.
Well, but the cinnamon's not in the dough, but it's in the glazing, isn't it? I don't know. I've never.
No, it's rolled in there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so you just have to take it and slice it and put it on a thing to make cinnamon rolls. But it does come with sugar or a glaze, which people will pour on top. But we don't have to have it. We're not having no stinking glaze in ours. So thank you, everybody, for coming out on this Saturday night and hanging out with us.
While
Guess what I had for dinner tonight?
I don't think he heard you. I talked over you.
Oh, Dr. Anthony.
What?
I ate Jenna P's favorite dinner.
Banana plants?
You close. Cajun kielbasas.
Cajun kielbasa. You sure they don't call that boudin?
Well, no. Well, the package just said Cajun flavored kielbasas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Flavored like
I got
Cajun?
smoked kielbasas and Cajun and said, "What do you want, Dad?" And he said Cajun. So we went with the Cajun version.
So what was the occasion for the Cajun?
Ah.
Well, we're watching football, and you got to have food like that when you're watching football games.
You gotta have manly food when you're watching football.
That's right.
Sausages and little weenies and such.
Big weenies.
Speak for yourself.
Zenny said 1.5 years. Woohoo! Stop it and say hi and leave a like. Hi, Zenny.
Zen, there's a chance I might be in Houston next week. But that was a phone call I was supposed to make today, and I forgot to do it, which is not very smart of me. I have to make a phone call and let them know that I'm interested, and then I didn't even call them, and it's like, oh my gosh.
That's not a good thing to do, Ed.
No, but just so many things going on today.
Yeah, like making monkey bread.
Oh, yeah.
John said that monkey bread also goes by the names pull-apart bread, which I've heard, pluck cake, which I never have, and bubble bread, depending on region. Bubble bread sort of makes sense. It does look like bubbles. Pluck cake. I guess you're plucking. I guess go pluck yourself. I don't know. It's a pluck cake. I've never heard it of pluck cake. I guess that makes sense, though. I guess that's fitting.
So I've made one. Dr. Anthony, what was the best dessert you had while you were in Asia last week?
I didn't have a single dessert while I was in Asia.
What?
Yeah, no dessert.
Why?
I'm
You're just not a big sweet tooth guy?
Yeah, I just didn't grow up on eating desserts.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. So desserts was not something that I
that's
have
just
a craving for per se. And I can't eat ice cream, so that's really one of the few desserts.
I would imagine they had some kind of banana pie type things and stuff like that. A lot of fruit.
Oh, I did have a dessert because I have a friend who was there. He has a pet store near me, and he's actually from Thailand, and he was visiting his family. And so I had some a coconut dessert.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like coconut.
Me too.
I like coconut too.
Yeah.
I make a mean coconut cheesecake for my students.
Some people may take coconut, like roasted coconut, and drop it in with this. Or they can drop a multitude of nuts. They can drop all sorts of stuff in with chocolate chips. So I just took a cup of sugar and I don't know what size of the thing of
a big spoon.
an eighth of a teaspoon. Oh no, a teaspoon. I took a teaspoon of cinnamon and mixed it together to make that. And I'm not for sure what the correct amount is, but that's the amount I'm going with. And I'm sprinkling it over the balls.
That's the best way to do it, though, is just to
sprinkle over your balls.
to not really measure perfectly and just get an idea. I like that. That's how we usually make it too. Although with most baking, you got to be careful. You can't do that. Baking's a lot more about chemistry than just cooking.
Baking's chemistry.
Yeah, you really gotta hit those right amounts. But with this, meh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ed. You were gonna say something?
So there's my first layer. Now I'm gonna make another layer. Ooh, this one started to sweat in my hands. It's like got my hands all sticky now. It's like sweating the can. And I had sugar all over my hands. Now I don't like being ever sticky.
What happens when you play with your balls? Your hands get sticky.
Oh, the cans do.
Yep.
Sometimes the cans get sticky.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It must be the humidity today or something. I don't know. Okay. Back on track. Oh. So, Dr. Anthony, did you see any Asian fish that you can't see here over there?
Asian arowanas.
Were they different colors?
Mostly the red ones are the ones that you find mostly in the markets.
How much do they cost there?
85,000, which is about only about $2,000 or $3,000, which is relatively inexpensive.
Do you see any of the long fin ones?
No long fins. I think those are ugly myself.
Yeah,
I
think they're amazing. I think they're beautiful.
No,
I'm with you. I don't go for long fins either. How do you feel about long fin plecos?
They don't bother me as much as many other long fin fish.
I don't even care for long fin plecos. How about long fin cories?
No.
How about long fin Oscars?
No long fins, period.
Why?
See?
To me, it just doesn't look good. I'm more of a
aesthetics.
Yeah, I'm more of a naturalistic kind of guy in terms of what a fish is supposed to look like. That, balloon fish.
And yeah.
We saw balloon Oscars. We saw balloon everything right now in the big fish market there. And so I just don't like balloon fish either.
I don't care for those, but I do like a lot of different long fin, as long as it's not, like some of the guppies that, the fins are so long they have trouble swimming. As long as it's not detrimental to the fish. Oinky's here. Richard Reynolds is here. Brother Dan. I know some other people came in. We said hi to Zenny. John McKenzie. There's John McKenzie.
John?
Hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm sure I missed some people. So hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So this is our new thing, too. So Saturdays, there for a long, long time, Ed and James used to do Saturday nights for a few years, and then they quit. And then Ed and I were doing some, and then Ed sort of quit a little bit. He just didn't have the time to do them all the time. So I did them for about a year and a half, and now it's going to be the three of us. We're going to change up. So sometimes you'll see it on Skipper's channel. Sometimes it'll be on Ed's. Sometimes it'll be on mine. Yeah,
not the three of us per se.
The other Skipper, or the other guy, the other fingers.
Yeah,
Skipper. Yes. So that Skipper, myself, and Ed, there we go, will be sharing the time slot instead, just to make it more fun, I think, and to change it up all the time. Right, Ed?
Yeah. And this is great because my hours were so terrible last month. I missed two shows because I was sick and driving to the OCA. I want to thank Dr. Anthony for something.
Oh, what'd I do?
At the OCA, I was in a meeting and we were talking about different catfish in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one catfish in Peru, they didn't know what the name was in Germany. That's the number one sold one in Germany. And this guy said, every time I do a talk, I ask the crowd if anybody knows the name of this fish. And I called up Dr. Anthony, sent a picture to him, and then I took complete credit. I said, oh, yeah, that's a blah, 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 blah fish. Not really. I just forwarded the text message from Dr. Anthony. And he says, well, I'm going to give it to my doctor because I guess he has some English doctor that's been wanting to know the name of that fish.
Yeah. That's cool.
I said, well, my doctor.
And the problem was that it has no common name. So, it's not a fish that's found in the hobby very much. So there's no common name.
We're lucky when it comes to doctors. There's a plethora of them in our fish fam.
Yeah.
Not even just doctors, but just professionals and
nurses,
super knowledgeable people and nurses and
Stephanie's
accountants. Yeah.
Stephanie's helping me with my plecos that I've got. Dr. Anthony, I just got some rare plecos.
And what rare plecos did you get?
I got the L171. Do you know what one that is?
No, but you had it on your stream last night.
Yeah, it's
or
a
Thursday
little
night.
dwarf meat-eating pleco.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? Starburst or something? Didn't you call it something like that?
No, it looks like a starlight, but it's smaller.
Oh.
It looks like the L83s, 183s.
You got a new member there. I'm sorry. I interrupted you again. I'm so sorry. Mirik just became a member. You got a new member.
Thank you, Mirik. My Czechoslovakian brother from another mother. Actually, my mother's not Czech, just my dad.
You better check that.
Oh.
The Czechs our big family joke is whenever we go to a restaurant, they say they don't accept Czechs. We say this racist place.
Yeah. Or you go to a bounce house, you don't want to bounce checks.
Oh.
What is your mom?
They don't allow me in there. I was talking with my weight.
Do you know what your mom's heritage is?
Yes. She's a whole bunch of stuff. But that's where I get my little bit of Potawatomi. But
I thought he was going to say yes and leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. And because if I talk too much about it, she'll come in here and start giving us stories. She's on the other side of the door.
Yeah, well, at least you still got her. It's good that you're there with your parents. I know you help them out a lot. I know you're very close to them, so it's a great setup the way you guys have it there, with you having the bottom part of the house and them having the top.
Yeah, I never dreamt I would move back in with my folks. I love them to death, but everything works out for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
So the balls are in the pan. They're all cinnamon deliciousness. But we aren't done yet, guys.
Wait.
I've got to wash the sugar off my hands. So say something really cool, Dr. Anthony.
Photophosphorylation. How about that? Is that cool?
What was it? Say it again.
Photophosphorylation.
Not my favorite lation, but
Okay.
up there.
Okay.
Up there. Not my favorite ACO. But up there. Mickham's getting hungry.
You know that.
Now we know she's an
Did
alien.
Dr. Anthony say something good?
Yeah,
did.
I did.
It was
Ed.
very
You
good.
missed it.
Yeah, was
Well-
probably the best thing ever uttered on your streams ever.
We're gonna. Oh wow. We're gonna take. It's supposed to be 2 sticks of butter, but I think I'm gonna go with a stick and a half of butter.
Why?
Why not go for 2?
Butter.
You guys want me to go for 2?
Yes.
Sure.
I
It's
bet
your arterial system, not ours.
Your dad's gonna be so much more happy if it's 2
Yeah.
sticks of butter. I just know it. He's gonna complain if it's not. I know it. I can tell. He'll be like, "This is good, but it feels like it's
not
missing
butter
some
enough.
Well,
It's missing something.
I've got to melt the butter. So what I'm gonna do is I find that butter melts better when you cut it up than in the block form. I think it just gives it more surface, or it has less surface to melt, or it's just not. I don't know. Dr. Anthony probably would know what it means.
Tomorrow should be interesting because tonight Wally ate almost an entire stick of butter he got off the counter. So tomorrow should be interesting. Maybe even later tonight.
You ought to put them in one of the kids' rooms for the night.
Or put diapers on him.
We'll find out. We'll find out what it does. I took him out with me when I went to complain about the people parking in my lawn. He was very helpful.
Barking
he was very
at
helpful,
right?
Oh yeah. He was getting his hackles were up even because he couldn't see anybody. It was super dark. I walked up and the guy's like, "Can I help you?" Because I'm looking at he's got his lights on this big old truck and there's ruts in my yard. I'm looking at the ruts and looking up at him and he goes, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just wondering what you're doing in my lawn. What you doing sitting here and parked in my grass? Is there a reason?" And he said, "My dad's having a birthday party." And I went,
So
I'm not your dad, so get out of my yard.
And then Wally started really barking and he was like, "I can move." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." And then a whole bunch more cars parked there, but they little by little moved them. So at least they told people, I'm not a dick. I'm not. I'm really not. I know it sounds that way, but they drive into my yard and leave giant ruts all the time in that back area. And then I've got to deal with them when I try to mow and stuff. And it messes up the whole area back there. So, and it's my lawn, damn it. I should be able to be that way. It's my lawn.
exactly.
I know it's 100%.
Like that.
Get off my lawn. I get it. That's exactly what I'm doing as an old man. But hey, your property. Anyways, back to fun stuff.
You're putting ruts in your stuff.
Yeah, I don't like ruts in my stuff. I like my stuff rutless.
Well,
Jane.
Dr. Anthony,
Yes.
do you have a special Christmas fundraiser you want to tell us about?
Do I?
I don't know. For the children of Peru?
Yeah, we're doing a end of the year fundraiser to help raise money for the Christmas party we're doing for the villages that surround the research center. And so you can go to our website or check out my YouTube channel because I posted the link on my YouTube channel.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know the link off.
Hold on. I'll get it for you right now.
Oh, okay.
That's why I've got Rico here.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I'm not just a pretty face.
Well, that's true. That's true.
That's the link for the actual fundraising. But
yeah.
I also wanted to bring up something just in case people haven't seen it.
And it's totally tax deductible, whether you give $1 or $10,000. It's all tax deductible.
I wish I had $10,000.
Okay, and then here also, and Oinky got it as well.
Yep.
Here also is a link to the video for last year's one on Dr. Awesome's channel.
But the kid who did it for me last year misspelled Christmas.
Oh,
So that's what you get for hiring one of my Jewish students.
oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't realize it till I actually put it up on YouTube and started watching it. What? I'd looked at it 10 times before that.
Yeah.
It didn't even register to me.
Is it aesthetically not pleasing, or can you not build? Yeah, I do want to. I can't afford it though, Zenny. There's never been a fence there, but I just want to build a simple fence so the deer and stuff can still get through. I just haven't been able to. I haven't been able to afford it. So we are going to put a fence, and now I'm motivated to do it more than ever. What do we got, Ed?
2 sticks of butter and a little over a cup of brown sugar. And then we're going to take a half a teaspoon of nutmeg.
Nutmeg. Nutmeg oil? What is?
Yeah, nutmeg
I don't
oil.
know. It just suggested that I use it, so I am.
Can you show us the label? I'm curious. We are not
It
fixed.
it doesn't have anything on it. My mom just knows what it is.
Oh. Oh, it's cinnamon sticks? Huh. Liquid nutmeg. I've never seen that. That's what Sketty just said too. She's never seen that. If that's nutmeg, I've never seen it in a liquid form.
Yeah. Even though, I don't know. I thought I asked her for vanilla. Then she said, oh, this nutmeg will taste good in there.
Huh.
Maybe it's vanilla extract with nutmeg.
Okay, not enough brown sugar. So now we're going to add more. Because this is what we're making the caramely goodness from.
I just realized everybody's just sitting here watching you stir.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can't wait to see what comes out,
High quality entertainment. You really need to get the head cam back out. I need to have the head cam out and have you as an ambassador so you can switch between cameras.
Yeah, that would be helpful. We got to get that set up. We got to get you set up over on that Talk Studio.
Okay.
So
now
you guys are at $2,351. So about 23%, right? 23% of the way.
Yep. And that's after the first 5 days.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like you said, last year you had the auction and stuff, but this year it just wouldn't fall together. Yeah.
So that's what it's looking like right now.
That looks really gross right now. That's probably what Wally's going to leave after eating a stick of butter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this in for 450. It's been preheating this whole time for 40 minutes, but we're going to check it at 30. And I'm going to wash my hands again because it's gross and sticky.
We need to hear some stories about your trip too. I actually pushed Ed to, not that he doesn't like you to come up anyways. He would always offer for you to come up.
No, he's never offered. He's only offered when people say, hey, let's have him up.
I did. I pushed him a little bit because I wanted to hear some stories about your trip. He's coming back.
Okay.
This is no, nothing. Then and then Ed
Like
fell
we
out
were
of the tree.
talking bad about him.
There we go. Phew. Oh, I forgot to set the timer.
Hi, Darlene. Darlene said high quality nutmeg liquid extract, crude extract of the first extraction. Produce our extracts according to precise standards where each herb is extracted according to each plant. I've never heard of nutmeg extract though. Vanilla, yeah. There's a lot of different little like oils basically, but I never saw the nutmeg. That's interesting. I bet a little bit goes a long way with that.
There's a bunch of weird sticks of some sort in there.
Cinnamon.
Or leaves. Oh.
Isn't it cinnamon sticks? That's what it looked like.
Taste it, Ed. What's it taste like?
Oh man, if this is gross.
Just dip a little.
Oh, you just put it all over your monkey bread.
Well, I'm saying I can taste a lot of butter. Oh. It's so buttery.
We didn't know we were doing a snarfer barf tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that too. Look, see this box?
More cinnamon than whatever that other flavor is in the background.
More snarf stuff, huh?
Look at all of it. All kinds of stuff.
You're ready for the nuclear war.
A lot of this was from Adam McReynolds, but Whip also sent some stuff. Moroccan octopus jerky. Cheese flavored shrimp snacks.
Was that shrimp or cheese?
Mac and cheese flavored candy canes. Mac and cheese. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Just and some of it's still left over from what Brandon B. Wizzle sent me as well. But I've got a whole bunch of. So I'm set for the snarfer bar for quite some time now.
So Ed, awesome. I took some pictures of what I ate that I'll post on Facebook and we'll tag you in the photos.
Thank you so much.
So
that's awesome.
What was the best part of your trip this time? You've been there before, right? You've been there a couple of times before?
I was there about 10 years ago. Okay. And Bangkok has changed. It's a lot bigger now. Big buildings, and it's clean. That was one thing that Carlos we sent Carlos from the research center there, and he was just amazed how clean it was and how clean the water was, how clean the rivers are, because Peru tends to have trash problems. They don't have a central trash pickup, so people just throw their trash along the roads. And they come by once every 3 or 4 days, and they pick up most of the trash, but they don't pick it all up. So it's not the cleanest place.
Is Peru on a river or on the ocean?
Well, Peru has ocean, but where we're at, it's on the river. It's on the Amazon.
Maybe what you guys could do is put your garbage in plastic bags and float them down the river.
Yeah.
So that way it's not all around you.
It all goes into Brazil, right? Then out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah. Send it to Brazil.
Yeah.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
Brazil. Hi, Wi-Fi.
But probably the best part of the trip was going to Chattanooga Market, the big fish market, the big tropical fish market. It's changed a lot since I went there last. They used to have a huge section of guppies, all these guppy vendors, and there was only 2 guppy vendors in the whole place. So the number of fish stalls have been greatly reduced. In the last 10 years. And I was told it just hasn't, the people never came back after COVID.
Oh, okay.
So, but you see fish that you drool over that are really inexpensive, like Leopoldi stingrays, the black and white polka dotted. we saw big females in the market for $100.
Mm.
In the U.S., that would be a $10,000 fish.
Wow. Was there anything reverse of that? Something that we have that's super cheap that they had that was expensive? Anything at all like that?
No, everything's cheap there.
Gotcha.
Everything's cheap there.
Bluegills?
They didn't have any American natives. It's all it's all the stuff that we would see. The last time I was there, they did have some alligator gar, spotted gar, bowfins, paddlefish, but this time they didn't have any of that. Wow. But they had mammals. They had meerkats. Mm-hmm. One place had meerkats. Mm-hmm. Prairie dogs. One stall had prairie dogs. So you can find all sorts of exotic pets there too.
And they are pets.
They are pets. Yeah, they are pets.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I mean, I don't mean to offend anybody from Thailand. I don't know much about the culture, so I wasn't sure if they, eat any of that kind of stuff.
No. We were. They had one store that had 1,000 guinea pigs, and Carlos was looking at him with his chopping his lips, thinking, some good cuy there.
Yeah. So, what was the worst part about the trip, other than the trip itself, other than just the flying, and what was the absolute worst?
The worst part was that the hotel that we stayed at for the conference took us about an hour and 20 minutes to get into the city center.
To the conference center? Is that where it was at?
The city, if we wanted to go into the city.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because Bangkok's so big that it just takes so long, and you have to take a taxi everywhere. But
how much did that cost?
The taxi was only about $20 or $30.
That's not bad for that long of a trip.
Yeah, relatively inexpensive. But the traffic is horrendous there. And the whole time I was there, I only heard 3 horns honk. That was it. People just don't honk at each other, even though you're cutting each other off and everything. People just don't honk.
Sounds like me.
That's not me. My wife hates it when I drive because I'm a honker,
I can't remember the last time I honked, but I can remember the last time I cut somebody off.
This morning, right?
You're one of them. Ed, I thought we were friends. I don't know. That could be,
Everybody just drives so slow in the South. It's so bizarre. So weird.
Oh, there's a question there from Mickham. Do you have less water in the main river like they regularly get in the Rio Negro? Or do you get less water due to glaciers getting smaller in the Andes?
The water we get is all from local runoff from the rain. The rivers that we have flow into the Amazon River, which, is close to the city. It surrounds one part of the city, but the other rivers, the tributaries into the Amazon, get their water from the local runoff.
Gotcha.
Is it from water that comes like from a jet stream over the Pacific, or is it the other way around?
It's from the rain.
Does the rain?
No, it won't reach over the Andes. So we're on the other side of the Andes, so we don't get any of the Pacific storms.
So your rain is coming actually from like Brazil direction.
Well, it's actually coming from the evaporation from the local environments, because we're 1,300 miles from the Atlantic coast. So that'd be
real quick. Let me interrupt. You got another member tonight, Ed. Wi-Fi, relatively new to the community, but we've been seeing quite a bit of them. He joined as a member, and there's George. Hi, George.
Hi, George.
So it's all more. I didn't know that about the evaporation right there. It's not brought in by any prevailing winds to speak of. It's all
No.
It's all just from all the water that's basically already there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. That's interesting. I need to read about that now. Because most of North America, the prevailing winds and the jet stream and stuff really does focus our weather and control our weather to quite a bit, But I bet you there's got to be places like that up here as well.
Yeah.
John says that'd be cool. We just get the boring rain here. It just comes from the sky.
Well, do you drink the water from the sky? The rain's water?
Well, you can.
Like you collect it?
No, we don't collect the rainwater. We get our water from 5-gallon purified water that we buy for $1.
So if you're getting 5-gallon buckets,
No, well, not buckets, but the normal 5-gallon with a little.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Those things.
Carboys.
So if you were getting those, you could maybe melt the tops so it's just holding air, tie that to a bag of garbage and send it down the river.
No, Ed, I cannot do that.
Ed wants to solve the garbage problem, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
He's just out of sight, out of mind, kind of.
We're going to solve the garbage problem by, setting up garbage bins around so they don't just throw it on the ground.
Well, but the garbage bins still have to be collected.
Yeah, there is a dump that they take the garbage to.
Oh.
But when they collect all that garbage, about 1% of it, which is all plastic bags, stays on the ground. So when it rains, it gets all washed into the river.
That's why I was thinking if it's going in the river, if you could bag it before it goes into the river and then put it in the river, then it stands a better chance of getting all the way through the river.
Yeah, but to
or
what
at least
purpose?
into Brazil.
so Brazil has to deal with it.
Yeah, or the Atlantic, then it goes up into the the
garbage patch.
Yeah, the great garbage patch in the Atlantic Ocean.
Is that Atlantic? I was thinking it was Pacific.
There's one in the Atlantic too, but we mostly think about
the
Pacific. But there is in the Atlantic as well.
Okay, yeah. There's probably one in every big body of water by now.
Yeah, take it up to the Gulf Stream and, New York, it'll be New York's problem.
The Indian Ocean has like islands that the people are living on. Garbage islands they're living on out there.
I've never heard that, Ed.
Yeah, they're really good divers. I watched a whole documentary on these people that live on the ocean all the time, and now they're living on like a garbage island.
That was Water World, Ed. It's not a documentary. It's just a movie.
Oh, I loved that movie.
Lake Titicaca.
I loved that movie.
Lake Titicaca, they do have a lot of rafts and stuff that they live on.
They live on the little reed islands, the grass islands that form in the river. I mean, in the lake itself.
I love that. I think that's really cool. Solid, and you'll see a bunch of houses on these, rafts. Basically,
they even have hotels on those islands.
It's amazing, and they're not tied to anything. They're just loose. They're floating around. Alien World. Hi,
Alien World. Awesome. I need to check to see if he's destroying us all, Scott. If Scott's destroying us in fantasy football or not. I'm not going to check now.
First place, and then I dropped to second. Now I think I'm all the way down to fourth.
I've been horrific everywhere. I think my best spot is fourth and my worst is ninth. I'm just been horrific this year.
And Alien World is in first place. I am all the way down to fourth, but I'm only one game back. You're in third. You're right ahead of me.
I'm in third?
Yeah, in that league. That's the South.
My best one.
That's the South. And then in the other league, hold on.
See, Dr. Anthony, you could be in there with us.
I've never in my life done fantasy football or any of the fantasy leagues. Seems like too much work to me.
It's not. I mean, they not these days. It used to be back when I was a boy. I mean, it used to be, everything was manual. You had to do it, but now it does everything for you. And if you forget some things, it's not a big deal. They make it. They give you a notification, so it's very easy. It's just a click and a few mice buttons. Yeah, you are 6th in the other league, and I am 9th out of 10. I'm not doing good in that league at all.
Well, we don't want to go football too heavy here because we don't want people to leave.
Yeah.
But I tried to get different players on all my teams, and I think I got all the bad combinations possible on all my teams.
Well, you're in the middle of the road.
I got like 2 good players and 4 bad ones on each team.
But you're middle of the road in the one, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, that's my best one.
So, Ed, you like Thai food?
I don't know.
What do you mean? You never had Thai food?
There's an Asian joint here in town.
Asian joint could be
that they make spring rolls.
Okay.
I don't know how they stay open. Many times I've drove by and I wonder if they sell drugs out at the back. Because I never see anybody there. But my aunt, when she came to visit from Boston, she was like, "Oh, you guys have this." Because we have 2 Chinese, a Japanese, and then we have this other one. And I think it might be Thai. If it's not, it might be Korean. But I ate there with my aunt, and it was not very good. But I could have ate the heck out of those spring rolls. I wish I would have just ordered 12 spring rolls, but they only give you 1 or 2.
I haven't had too many different Thai foods. There a lot of they use peanuts in quite a few other things, don't they?
A lot of it has peanuts.
I'm not a big nutty guy.
Yeah, my favorite is the green papaya salad, which is made with green papaya, some chili, some dried shrimp, some fish sauce. But I had the hottest green papaya salad at the end of the conference. We had a big dinner, and it was so hot. I was crying. I've never, I'm used to hot food, but man, that stuff was so hot, so spicy.
You called it a salad. It's not on like a bed of pasta or anything like that.
No, it's they julienne the green papaya, julienne some other vegetables, put some fish sauce on it, some peanuts, and some small dried shrimp.
I don't think I need the nuts.
That sounds delicious, just the way it is. Although I'm with you, I do like a little heat, but not. I don't want to cry.
Yeah, it was. I'd eaten it all week long at various restaurants and didn't even think much about it, and took a big old bite, and it was just waterworks coming out of my eyes.
Now, was there anybody there making fun of you? Was there like any Thai people that were at the conference?
Our table, Carlos next to me was making fun of me. And then we had some scientists from Cambodia and from the Philippines at our table. So they were all making fun of me.
Now, did any of them try that one though?
No,
did any of the rest of them? See, because they don't know. They don't know that maybe it was super hot, and they don't know.
They were going, they were eating everything else and, going for the desserts and things. And I just wanted the green papaya salad, but
I need that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
How long
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, Ed, how much longer do you have for your monkey bread?
I have I'm going to check it in 11 minutes, but then I might actually have 20 minutes.
Okay.
But Dr. Anthony, so do they have a whole bunch of translators, or how do you, they can't all be speaking, what is it, Taiwanese?
No, the conference, most scientific conferences around the world are held in English.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's English is the scientific language. The only place that they don't is in Latin America. It's most of them are always in Spanish in Latin America.
Oh man, I bet Carlos gives you a hard time with those.
Yeah, but I had to be his translator there in Thailand. It wasn't so bad during the conference when we were listening to talks, because science, you pretty much use the same words in science, especially because it was an aquaculture and fisheries conference. He understands those words. But when we were talking to people, I had to be his translator. So my Spanish gets much better when I'm around him, because I don't have an opportunity very much to speak it here at home. So,
well, we were making those Germans speak English at the OCA.
Well, probably if they spoke German during their talk, not many people would understand.
Nein.
Yeah. Nein. No sprechen the Deutsch. So Mike M has is that Mike or Mickey M?
I go back and forth with it. Sometimes I call him Mickum. Sometimes I call him Mick.
Okay. Mickum is better, yeah. So he has, you visited the national park by the El Tigre River. Yeah, it's a big National preserve there. And Pistogramma bitineata is found throughout the region. The fishermen get, for every 100, they get a dime for every 100 of Pistogramma bitineata they sell to the exporters.
Sounds like they're getting ripped off.
Yeah, the fishermen are the low people on the totem pole, and they get paid very, very little for the.
You know how unions work?
Yeah,
you could be the union boss, and you could maybe get them so they're paying them a quarter for every 100, and then you keep a nickel off of every quarter.
No. We're not a money-making organization. We that's not what we do.
No.
But we help them.
This is to help them.
Well, yeah, but we're still making money off the fishermen. That's not what we're there for. We're there to help them make more money, get a better product, so they can get more money. But we're not taking a vig off their stuff.
Sell them the garbage in the bags. Sell them the garbage in the bag.
Charge.
What'd you say, Ed?
It's a service charge to pay for your gas money. I was a union delegate, shop steward, sergeant of arms. What was an alternate? I've been a whole bunch of union things. You could do it too, but you get to be right in the head of it, so you could be like the big goobah of the whole show.
El Jefe.
No, that's my wife.
Yeah.
All our workers
Correct.
there in Peru are not afraid of me. But all I have to say is Renee is not going to like this. They do exactly what I say. If I say the boss lady is not going to be very happy.
That's awesome.
John said the Swiss spoke English at the OCA too, and he even came across a Canadian speaking English there.
Yeah, even though I think he was more Irish. He was wearing a kilt.
Well, but
Do you have curly hair?
And his name was
Terry. I know Terry.
I know.
Is that who he's talking about, really, though? Is that who he's... Terry Williams?
Guessing.
Terry Williams, isn't that his name?
Oh, I don't know. When I first got there, he made me take a shot of whiskey or some type of Crown Royal or something. Is Crown Royal whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, man, I don't really like that type of stuff. And he says, yeah, but it's apple flavored. So I said, okay. And it wasn't as horrific as normal whiskey. Terry
Clements, Scotty the Fish Freak says. Clements.
And that's probably why I'm sick now. I got Canadian germs from drinking out of his bottle.
And everybody said I approached that guy this year because last year everybody saw him, and now he has long hair, but it's very curly. And he was heavy set. He lost some weight, but he was heavy set. And everybody said he was my twin, that we looked identical. I didn't see it. So I went up to him this year and I said, hey, I'm not your twin. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, last year, everybody was saying that we looked exactly alike. I was like, I don't see it. You're much more handsome. And he's like, oh, well, thank you. Oh, you got a question or two. If monetary constraints were not an issue, is there anything in the world you'd like to go to for scientific purposes? If so there's no money involved, you don't have to worry about it. Is there some place you'd like to go to perform?
I always thought it'd be cool to go to Egypt and go to the pyramids and stuff
for research, scientific stuff.
Been there, done that, Ed. Sorry. I would probably.
No, it's all right. Well, I don't want to go now.
I would say the Great Barrier Reef.
Or hot, rather dirty. Great Barrier Reef?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. How about Japan?
I've been to Japan.
I would like to go to Japan and see all their vending machines and see if they have really cool Godzilla toys.
I'm big in Japan.
You're big in Japan.
You're big in Japan?
Yeah.
All three of us are big in Japan.
It's a song.
Oh, okay.
It's a song.
But this is for scientific purposes, Ed. Not for
Godzilla is awesome. Did you see the new Godzilla movie yet?
I have not seen it. I
Toho
saw
one?
a picture of you in the movie theater by yourself at the Godzilla showing.
You know what though? I think the movie theater put the wrong time out on the website or something, because I was the only person there on time on the app where you get your tickets. But everybody showed up at 5 minutes after the show started. And we had like 45 people come in after 5 minutes into the show. I've never seen that in my life. And I think they all thought it started at 5:30 instead of 5.
Chris Aquazone says he'll be watching Godzilla tomorrow with my son, then going to the LFS next door.
That's awesome.
Zenny.
Well, Chris, tell me if you think it's like a Hallmark movie or not.
Is that how you felt?
Everybody is saying it's the greatest Godzilla movie ever.
Yeah.
But I don't think these people have ever seen a Hallmark movie.
See, here's my problem, Ed. Before you and Oinky got together, you would send me your thoughts about these movies. And I didn't get a single thought about Godzilla. And I think that you're sending them to Oinky instead of me now. And I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to remember to think about you once in a while again.
Ed, have you ever seen The Son of Godzilla?
Godzuki?
No, it's a movie called The Son of Godzilla.
Well, I'm pretty sure I own it downstairs.
It was a movie from the 70s.
Yeah. Well, there were two different studios going, Toho, and I can't think what the other name of the place was, but they were pumping out so many different Godzilla movies. It was kind of dumb. But yeah, I love the Godzilla movies, Dr. Anthony.
Oh, is your timer
the Son of Godzilla just a little Godzilla? It looked just like Godzilla, but little.
Yeah, but you know, it starred Godzilla and her or his son. You know, I don't know.
I always assumed Godzilla was a girl.
Skitty.
But maybe he just is kind of like a
really
asexual and just buds babies.
I never knew that. I mean, I never thought that. I always thought Godzilla was, isn't it King Lizard? No, that's Tyrannosaurus Rex. Never mind. I'll shut up.
No, it's God Lizard.
God Lizard, which could be anything. Where's your timer at, Ed?
I don't know why I always assumed that he was a girl.
Where's your timer? Is it time for timer?
I have
1.5 minutes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I don't want you to burn the monkey bread. I'll cry.
Well, that would be bad.
It would be. That would stink with all that sugar burning too.
Yeah, well, you're in Brazil or in Peru a lot. Did you hear about that sugar factory that caught on fire in Brazil like a decade ago?
No.
They were dumping all this water on it, and it created like a caramel lava slurry that went downhill and drowned 11 people in boiling caramel.
There's got to be a joke somewhere.
How many people
No,
wanted to
it
try
sounds like
that?
a joke, but it was real.
How many
Death by
people wanted
caramel.
to see what that tasted like? You know, the person that there had to be somebody who was going, I think I want to taste that. You know,
Yeah.
I think I want to. I think Mary looks delicious. I think I need to taste that.
I bet the caramel looked gross though, because it was just melted, burning sugar with tons of water dumped on it. So it probably didn't look like nice caramel that we eat.
The sweetest death. There's got to be something to that. There's got to be some. I was waiting for a joke too, though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
waiting for the punchline.
Just an ironic death.
Yeah. There once was a man. No limericks.
No, it's like I try to keep up on all the caramel news because my mom's favorite candy is caramel.
Is there much caramel news going on in the world these days?
Is there a newsletter that you sign up for?
No.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. So
caramel news alerts.
When you hear it, you got to remember it.
So if anyone wants to know, does Godzilla have a cloaca? Probably it does have a cloaca.
It's kind of interesting to think about because we don't know if Godzilla actually eats. Because he's more radioactive. He's like a radioactive monster.
I'm going to ask right now.
Okay.
Ask Siri, what does Godzilla eat?
I asked
maybe
Bard.
We might be able to find it in like a Mad magazine.
Instinct does not eat people.
Godzilla primarily absorbs radiation as his main energy source. He doesn't explicitly eat food, although there was a scene in the original film where he was intended to devour a cow, but it was cut.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that radiation.
Later shows he still absorbs radiation, but he also exhibits omnivorous tendencies.
Yeah, that's what Siri says, that it has an omnivorous diet and consumes radiation.
Fish, whales, other monsters, even plants.
It's not cool to eat whales, man.
It depends on which movie series I guess you're going with, because sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't.
It's the tilapia of the radioactive reptile. Will eat anything.
Well, have you, Dr. Anthony, do you read a lot of like sea monster books?
No.
Ooh.
I don't read sea monster books. Rico came up with something good.
Very good. Godzilla's gender is an interesting question that's been dated by fans for decades. In the original Japanese film, they were referred to with gender-neutral pronouns. In English dub and later ones, he's often described as male. However, some interpretations see Godzilla as being beyond human gender norms. Ultimately, Godzilla's gender is up to your own interpretation. A true god lizard.
Yeah, I'm down with that because he's married to Mothra, and Mothra sounds like a girl name. Oh my gosh.
It's a mystery.
We just got an expert that will know all the answers.
Skipper?
Yeah.
All right, tell us, Skipper. We got to know.
About Godzilla, Skipper.
Godzilla?
Boy or girl?
PP or vajayjay?
Hermaphrodite.
An hermaphrodite, okay.
A little bit of both.
I don't know.
That's what Bard is telling me. Bard's saying the same thing.
Well, Dr. Anthony, there's this book called The Pistol.
Okay.
And it's about these radioactive, pistol shrimp. They got it not infected, but mutated by radioactive dumping in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
And there's a lot of marine biologist doctors referenced in this book. And I thought maybe you could enjoy the book because you could pretend like you were one of the doctors.
Well, send me the title, and maybe I will look it up, and I'll take it to Peru. Next week when I go back to Peru, and if I'm bored one night, I'll peruse it.
Oh my gosh! I didn't
Peruse it.
Peruse it. That's right. Peruse it.
Have you ever used that? You've used that joke numerous times somehow, right? Peruse it.
I never have. That's the first time.
So
I'm
disappointed.
gonna get a drink of water.
Okay. Hi, Skipper.
Hello.
Can you tell us what the ambulance call was tonight? Can't tell us?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not allowed to talk about this stuff.
Okay.
It was okay.
I
though.
wasn't sure. I know HIPAA stuff, but I didn't know if generally you can talk like high level stuff.
It's
that's
not
okay.
good
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's good. I mean, that's fine. I didn't know what the etiquette was surrounding it.
Yeah.
Just
Tell you
throwing
what, though, I wouldn't want to work at a hospital.
No.
They're just so busy. It's crazy.
Yeah, my daughter is the manager of an emergency department at one of the big hospitals around here. So
both my wife and my daughter were in the medical field, but they both left it. They both left it because of how they treat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like nurses being so underpaid and expected to work crazy hours, and it's not. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
So how's the fish room coming, Skipper?
Very slow. Just like I always am, slow with it.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yep.
We're making monkey bread. He made his first batch, although I think he put it back in, right?
You're muted.
Ed, you're mute. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like he's muted, like I'm muted, like he can't hear me.
I'm gonna give it another 4 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out. And I got this to put it on.
Nice. Oh, look at that fancy dish. Is it plastic?
No, it's a glass one.
Wow.
And look,
Fancy.
Plastic would probably
It's not.
melt. Oh, even with a fly hood.
yeah.
Look at that. It looks very
We don't
southern.
put up with flies in this house.
Ain't no flies in this house.
I ain't got no hearing aid. I don't need it.
Baby cat's really good at catching the flies.
I got a fish question.
What is it?
Actually, it's more of a live food question, and it's the one of the simple ones, I guess, is vinegar eels.
Oh.
So I bought one at a swap, a starter culture, 2 of them, and I got them both in their own thing. And are vinegar eels, do they always go to the top and like start going up the glass even though there's no water? Like they're on the top of the line of the apple cider vinegar and water mixture. Do they always do that or what?
I don't know about always. Mine would often be up there above the water line, though. Oftentimes I would just, give it a little shake. I used little Pepsi bottles. There's not one right here, like little Coke or Pepsi bottle, and with the vinegar in it. And I poke holes in the top of it for the airflow. So I would just give it just a little bit of a shake, but I see them up there a lot. I don't.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Is it common for them? Do you do vinegar eels, you guys?
I do.
They swim down to the bottom to eat the apple.
Yeah, they go all over, but yeah, there's some that usually form at the top.
Okay, I was wondering. I was
Suicidal ones.
Because I go bloop, around the
finger,
the top, and then just take my finger and put it in one of the tanks. That's how I feed with them.
You can use rapashi as a fry food too. You don't have to mix the rapashi. You can just put the powder in the top, and it's a fry food.
Yeah, but the cost of vinegar eels as opposed to the cost of rapashi
Yeah.
You know, there's no comparison there.
And you could just keep
Yeah,
it going.
Yeah.
yeah. If they're dead because I screwed up, or I gave them away because I'm tired of dealing with them.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
happened 3 times.
whenever I saw that, I was like, well, I got vinegar eels. I said, I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
haven't
I had
up
them.
on it. Mine are pretty much done. I mean, there's one bottle left that's still got some, but I haven't been replacing the stuff and keeping up on it. I haven't been doing brine shrimp lately. I haven't even done any of the live stuff at all lately. I go through phases with it, you know. I'm gung ho. I'm doing it, and then I stop.
Well, I figured I'm just going to let it sit for a while, let it do its thing, and then I'll start feeding with it. And then I was thinking about I'll just keep them going because I bought Big Steve sent me a thing on about the bottles to get that he found. It was pretty cheap. I think it's the ones I got. It was a case of they're plastic wine bottles, what they are, and that's what I used.
Oh, yeah. I just used like a Pepsi or a Coke bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Poked a couple holes in the top of the
I
lid.
didn't have any at the time. They were all thrown away.
Yeah, I saved them specifically for it because I don't even drink soda. So we just happened. Somebody had a couple of them.
When I do, I take those 2 liters and I make sure they're filled with air and put it real tight, and then I put them in the bags so the bags will float when I throw them in the river.
You son of a. Ed's been trying to pollute Brazil all night.
He's been trying to solve our trash problem in Iquitos by bagging everything up and throwing it in the river to go back. Just send it to Brazil.
In a bag
That's when I
down
lived
by
next to
the
the
river.
Mississippi.
That's crazy.
You know, my whole life I have lived within 4 miles of either the Mississippi or the Missouri, and now I live like a mile from the Tennessee River. Isn't that weird?
I spent most of my life far from water in Arizona. Salt River, but when I lived there, the Salt River wasn't. They dammed it in Tempe, so it made a little lake. But before that, most of the year it was totally dry. There was nothing. There was no river at all. There wasn't even just a little trickle down the middle. There's nothing. And then some years, the monsoons would come in and it would be. There was one year it took away some of the runway at Sky Harbor Airport. It was so big. It just it was amazing to see that difference, to see this big rolling river where there's usually not even any water running at all.
Ours is now a lake actually too. I mean, still officially the Tennessee River, but they've dammed it up and it filled in a valley, and now it's a huge lake.
Yeah. You
Lake
just got another
Chickamauga.
member. Lando just became member.
And it's great to see Lando. Lando, we've been wondering where you've been, buddy.
Lando Calrissian.
We found out he was a bad boy.
He got grounded.
Oh,
yeah. So, I live real close to the Erie Canal, and same thing. When they brought the canal through, I can't remember which town now. It might be I can't remember if it's Waterloo or Seneca Falls. Seneca Falls. The way they dug the dam, or excuse me, the canal through there, most of the town was underwater. So it was like they dammed it. So you can still see all these old churches and stuff from when the Erie Canal was made. It looks like it's almost there. It looks a little bit less brown than we normally have it.
And I think a lot of it's cinnamony, but there is a lot of butter. I think I should have stopped at a stick and a half.
Ours usually is very. Oh, but yeah, we're looking at the bottom. I forgot. It's very gooey, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh,
is that fish food?
No, that's people food. That's Rico food right there. That's what that is.
It's some beef heart mixture.
I used to make my own beef heart. I've thought about that too, but I don't know where there's a butcher around here. I bet you I could get a butcher around here to give me a beef heart.
Yeah, but you need more than one beef heart.
Well, I
Not
mix
to,
it with tilapia and shrimp.
not to change the subject, but Wi-Fi said I can remember tubing some part of the salt. Yeah, in the 80s, and we knew Indians on the Pima Salt River Indian Reservation. Yeah, many a weekends there. Yeah, we it used to cost you $5, and you'd get one of these big inner tubes. That's massive tractor tire inner tube. $5, and you could go down the top part of the Salt River, where the water does flow all the time. The southern part of it through Phoenix doesn't, but that northern part. So $5, and you could tube all day long. You just they have buses, so as long as you got one of those inner tubes with their markings on it, you got on the bus, and they would take you back up to the top, and then you go back down again. And I mean, it would take you, it would probably take you 5 hours to tube the thing. So we did it sometimes twice a day too. There'd just be coolers full of beer, and the radio stations would come out. So there was like 98 KUPD. They had this big tower radio thing that in an inner tube floating down the river, just cranking music and stuff. It was a lot of fun. That's funny, Wi-Fi, that you brought that up. Some good times on that river.
That's interesting.
You guys, this looks amazing.
It does.
You guys want me to get my dad in here to try a piece?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
You also got a 99-cent super
Hey,
sticker
Dad.
from Mando.
It's done. Would you like to try some?
I forgot about that.
Probably not.
The poop sticker.
So Select Pet, they don't breathe air per se. So it's just being silly, as you said.
My dad asked if it was cool enough to eat.
No,
And I said, probably not.
It's better hot.
Yeah. So I got a fork.
Yeah.
And I got you a plate here.
Okay.
And you guys, this is my dad.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
Dad.
Dad.
Oh,
Nice to see you again.
okay.
Put the camera down so we can see
It
it.
looks
move
good
as you
enough to
pull it
eat, I
apart.
know. And I'm. Oh, that's enough.
Okay, you want to take some in for mom? Let's just give her three.
You can see he was saying,
So we
nah.
can give her one off my plate.
She don't need any.
Right there.
You can see he was like,
Why?
No,
You know.
maybe not.
he doesn't have to have any. She doesn't
Okay.
have to have any. She can get her
Now,
own.
Do I get a fork?
Oh, here,
Mom,
on that fork.
Does she get one too?
Sure.
Okay.
No, she has to eat with her fingers.
Yeah. Her
Yeah.
finger.
Fingers.
I'll let you know in a minute.
She has to eat with her fingers.
Skipper
Go ahead.
thinks that mom's best at eating with her fingers.
Ed,
Oh.
eat one. Tell us how it is.
I need a napkin.
No, just lick your fingers.
I'm hungry now.
I didn't eat dinner yet. The wife's on her way home from shopping.
I haven't
Well,
either. I've
Chicken
been up
nuggets from
since-
McDonald's.
been up since midnight because of stinking jet lag.
Oh,
Is it midnight there right now?
In Thailand, it's 15 hours. It's 12 hours ahead of you guys. So it's what
9
9:30 in the morning there.
yeah.
Did you talk to anybody there, or did you just go for fun?
No, I went to. I was invited to give a talk at the conference, so I went to give a talk at the conference.
Did they think you were pretty good, or did they give any booze?
Jesus.
No, no one gave me booze. I wish they would have given me some booze, but no booze.
Can't give booze out at the OCA. Their hospitality gives out free sandwiches, which is pretty good. I
Panera.
think I'd rather bring my own booze and have sandwiches instead of bring my own sandwiches.
Didn't you say it was Panera sandwiches too?
It was Panera. And you know what? I had a vegetarian one, and it was actually good.
No,
Even though I was thinking, I wish I could feed this to my fish. Because there was
I'm hungry.
cucumbers cut up on it.
that was sacrilegious. You eating vegetarian, Ed?
I know.
I like a good
And I also
veggie
had a
meal.
barbecue one and a turkey bacon one.
Oh, okay,
Evened it out.
yeah. So eat
It's
eat
really
it.
hot, guys.
Tell us how it is, Ed.
You have a tender mouth.
No wonder Oinky likes it so much.
You got a real tender mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my. Too easy.
That is amazing. That is so good, guys. I'm sorry you're not here to eat this.
And it's so easy. It's so easy.
Ah, it's so hot.
Michelle makes it quite often. Well, not quite often. Maybe once a month at the most, but it seems like, especially this time of year, though. You know, when it's colder out. When it's summertime, not so much, but it's a good breakfast. You know.
I don't think I've had it for 7 years or 8 years.
Really?
Not since I lived in Missouri.
She also uses the cupcake pan instead and makes little separate ones in the cupcake pans. They cook very quick that way, and then they're individual ones. She can sort of control portion size for people that maybe have
portion control problems.
Rico, she makes Rico his own.
I resemble that comment, Rico.
Hey, Skipper, is it against HIPAA to tell us what your run was about?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Ed. You missed it already.
Yeah.
Crying out loud. Can you say, was it automobile involved?
Oh no, it wasn't a car accident or nothing. No.
Oh, so it was in a home, maybe.
Mm-hmm. House call.
So all the ideas we had with cars, just toss those out and go with the ones that we came up with in the house.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an animal attack thing where you had to show up for an animal attack?
No. No.
How about
a dog bite? You're talking about like a dog bite or something?
Yeah, or a puma or a bear. How about shellfish?
It was an alien abduction.
How about shellfish?
You got probed. Come on.
Yeah,
you ever had somebody get
somebody
eat shellfish and get allergic to it?
Haven't been one of them. No.
Have you ever had to use an EpiPen on someone?
No.
Did anybody
ever
fall
had
on
to use an adrenaline shot on someone?
Say what?
Adrenaline shot?
Nope, I never had to do anything like that. For one, I'm not an EMT. Two, I'm just a driver. But I've never
anybody fall on a shampoo bottle in the shower, anything like that?
Accidentally fall on a shampoo bottle.
So you know, it's funny you're saying that, right? Because that reminds me of that show that's on, I think, Discovery of the ER stuff. No, I have not been on any crazy calls like that. It would be hard. It'd be hard not to laugh.
Uh-oh.
It's probably good. That would be a call I can't go on. Because
yeah. Now, can the people in the back hear you? That's sealed, right?
No, it's not sealed.
Oh, it's open between.
Yeah,
okay.
So we have two different ambulances. One just has like a little square window, and the other one is fully open because it's an older one.
Okay.
So what's nice about that is,
Big Steve,
you want to have that because a while ago I did an ambulance run and I heard everything that was going on back there, and they can talk to me to tell me if I need to get moving quicker.
Oh yeah.
Or to slow down. Or to stop by Subway and pick up a sandwich.
I never had
slow down so the guy can die.
Yeah, no. No.
Oh, Big Steve just said the surstroming showed up. He'll be sending that to me soon. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun one.
What is surstroming?
It's a fermented fish. It comes in a can, and when you open it, you need to watch
it.
TikTok or Instagram, any of those things. There's a whole bunch, and search for surstroming because there's usually like 4 people in a row at a table, and they open it up, and instantly 2 of them go.
Yeah, It's putrefied. Yes.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'm very much looking forward to it, though. Does you all's ambulance have? Does you all's ambulances have trailer hitches too? I can't say it in any other. I haven't figured out why the ones here do.
No, ours does not. And I have seen that before. And
It would make sense
you
if
like
you
it,
need to
Dad?
pull.
Your mother says it's wonderful.
Oh, hey, come on in and say it. We're gonna get what Dad and Mom said about it.
Well, okay, my wife says it's wonderful, and I think it's edible. No, it's better than edible. It's really good.
You want some more?
I'd like some for tomorrow morning, but I'll take a few more now.
Okay.
It's
Does
edible.
Mom need more? Or...
You need any more? She'll eat one
I have to
more.
make it.
Okay, I'll just let you pull it off, Dad.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so good. It's so easy. Have you ever had it, Skipper? You guys make it, right? Once in a while.
I've never made it, but I have had it. That's a big deal
I'm
at
sorry,
fairs.
I'm holding up your show.
When it's
Oh, they're
fair,
talking.
fair time,
Oh, okay,
there's
good.
always a long line for that stuff.
Okay,
Huh.
thank you.
I'll have to go get the pan though. We don't
So
have that
still
pan.
be plenty for tomorrow morning.
I mean, you can use
Yeah, I
any.
won't eat
I
it.
mean, a bunt pan, or like I said, the muffin tin. You know, the muffin pan. Do you know the muffin man? Muffin. Do you know what I'm talking about? The just the regular.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that works really good with those two. But oh yeah, so good, so
Yeah,
good, and so easy to make.
I've never had it, never even heard of it before. So
Now I knew of it in Arizona, so I don't think it's like like East Coast or anything like that. It's probably just, I don't know if your family makes that kind of stuff.
No, it's too cheap for California. That's why.
remember, I grew up with a Mexican mother, so tortillas was what
Yeah.
we had. That's we
Man,
wanted something sweet. We put some cinnamon sugar on the tortillas, so that was
Yep.
it.
Little bit of butter. Did you roll it up too, or did
Oh
you just?
yes,
Yep,
I used
that's
to
what we did.
love heating up the tortillas, put butter on it, just roll it up and eating it. But in those days, it wasn't butter; it was margarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. I missed that.
Yeah.
In fact, you've got tortillas. I'm going to do that. I haven't done that in forever. I totally forgot about that. We used to be when I get home from school, that's what I would have almost every day. One of those, or two of those, or five of those, or whatever.
You know what I like to do is I like to take a scoop of peanut butter and a scoop of jelly and mix it in a bowl, and then put it on one of those and roll it up. And then you have a peanut butter and jelly roll.
I like to make toast, just regular bread toast, and then put cream cheese on one side and like preserves on the other, like blueberry preserves. It's like a poor man's blintz. It's so you don't put a lot of cream cheese, just a smear, and then quite a bit of whatever the preserves you are eating, and then make a sandwich out of it, and that is so good.
Well, how do you keep the cream cheese from falling off the bottom of your sandwich?
It's inside the sandwich, Ed.
Oh, I thought you said you put jelly on one side of the sandwich and cream cheese on the other side.
Correct. One side of the sandwich being, there's two pieces of bread. Yeah.
He thought it was one.
Oh, I
piece
thought it
of
was just one piece of toast.
You can't make a sandwich out of one piece of toast, Ed.
That's just called bread.
Well, I don't know.
That's just toast. That's just toast.
Actually, you can make a sandwich out of one piece of bread.
I guess you could cut it in half. Oh,
But then
wait.
you've got
Scuba Steve just came in. Scuba Steve, we haven't been seeing a whole lot of you. I hope you're doing fine. Gave you a $1.99 super chat, and he said, my favorite YouTuber, Chart Ed.
Chart Ed.
thank you,
Chart
man.
Ed.
I appreciate it a lot.
Ed Chart.
And he said, I retyped that damn message 10 times. I gave up. Yeah, so you could, cut it in half or so you could make a sandwich with one piece of bread.
You might be going to Kentucky sometime next week.
What for?
Drop off those Hill Stream loaches.
Nice.
I want them out of my fish tank before they die, and then I have to pay for them.
Why do you think they're going to die?
I don't know. That's what
Just
things do when they go in a fish tank eventually. I've never had them before, and they're so whole mess of them in there.
I do like them.
Have you guys had them?
Yeah.
Years ago, I have.
Yeah.
I want some. They're definitely on my short list.
They're relatively easy to breed too. They'll breed for you in
Oh.
a tank with high flow.
Well, I've got no flow in it. All I have is a sponge filter.
Big J. Big J's here.
Hey, Big J.
Another person we don't see too much these days.
Big
Big
J.
J's awesome. Big J lives close to Dr. Anthony. He could beat him up for us if we need him to.
Where's Big J live?
He's in Bakersfield.
Bakersfield?
Oh, that's closer to me than you guys are, but it's still 5 hours away.
Yeah.
Then Big J would get really mad if he had to drive over to your house to beat you up in your 5-hour drive.
And it end up that I'd beat him up, so it wouldn't be worth it.
They don't call him Big J for no reason.
Big. I ain't messing with him.
But Big J's a nice guy, except he's a Raiders fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
I still like you, Big J.
Well, oh man, what was I? I was saying something before Big J came, and now I forgot. Oh yeah, what do you feed the Hillstream loaches?
Fish food.
They're omnivores. They'll eat algae off the rocks. They'll eat, anything in the tank.
What about green beans?
Well, they probably will eat some. I don't know.
I've been splitting green beans and throwing them in there, but I also have Hercules rabbit snails in there, and maybe they're eating the beans. But I just don't want them to die because it's a 40 breeder, and there's a lot of fish in there.
I can't remember. I know there's quite a few people in the community that do have them. I was trying to think of somebody just recently who mentioned them. I don't know if it was Bex or Steven. I can't remember. Somebody just recently was talking about them though.
I thought Bex had them for a while though.
She might have had to get rid of them when she took down her one tank. I don't know. Hi, Andy.
They moved.
I would feel a lot more comfortable if I just had 3 or 4 in the tank, but having a dozen just seems like a lot of them to be sucking on the glass.
Richard's got some. Richard, what do you feed yours? Richard's got some.
Fish food.
Yeah, fish food. Flake food. Shrimp pellets would probably work too.
I don't put pellets. Well, I'll put algae wafers in there for the pleco, or for the snails, but otherwise I just do a flaked powder for the rice fish in there because I have daisy rice fish in that tank. But I put those guys in that tank because it's the least scaped tank I have, and I thought it'd be the easiest to catch them out of.
Gotcha.
And it's big, and it has an algae problem. So
Richard said Extreme Nano is what he feeds them. And see you vibes.
Extreme Nanos. Oh, I had some of that.
Yeah, Nano. I have some too. I got a little canister of it from the Clash. That's what it was. I mixed it in with my rest of my food and Fiber Bites as well.
Oh, he feeds them Fiber Bites? I have millions of Fiber Bites.
There you go.
You got tons of Fiber Bites for free, and then nothing eats them. That I have.
Really? I don't have any.
Catfish probably would. I bet the Corys and the Synodontis would eat them, but I just never done it. But the guppies keep them in their mouths, but they can't get them down their throats, so they just spit them out.
Well, when they soften up, they will.
And I drop them in for the cichlids, and they don't eat them. They just let them go straight to the bottom. And that was why I got them. It was for the goofy cichlids. But, oh well.
I have some too that I did samples. My pea puffers liked them. They took to them pretty quickly. I was feeding them mostly bloodworms, but they took to them pretty quickly. What else really liked them? Something else really just went crazy. Maybe the Bozemanite. Mickey D's.
Flip it upside down and it'll be W's.
Richard says he's
and then it'll be fries everywhere. I can't do that.
Richard said, Ed, I'm looking for some new blood. How much do you want for yours? They're not yours, right? They belong to somebody
they're
else.
not mine at all. They're this nice couple in Paducah, Kansas.
Oh, that's right.
Or not Kansas, Paducah, Kentucky. And they left them underneath they left them under Oinky's chair at the auction. And we tried to call them, but they didn't get the call until they were already 3 hours or 4 hours down the road. It still would have been, if they were only 3 hours down the road, it would have been easier if they would have just come back for them. Because they're about 4.5 hour drive for me.
Well, easier for them.
It probably would have been. You should have taken it to them at that time because you would then saved an hour and a half of your time.
Well, I was at the auction.
Well, after the auction.
Oh, just made them sit and wait.
I'll tell you
John?
this: you're nicer than me. I wouldn't have called.
I'd have had new fish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying because if I got to drive to your house, no.
Yeah.
Well, and I even looked at it to go to Paducah on my way down, coming from the OCA to my house. And that would add 6 hours to my trip.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be driving into a different time zone.
I think meet you at least halfway.
The husband had to go to work.
I mean, now you said you're going to go up there to.
Yeah. His wife said that she would meet me in Nashville at the fish critter place. There's one fish store in all of Nashville, and it's called Aquatic Critter. And so she said she'd meet me there. So I thought I'd put them all in a 5-gallon bucket and hand them off. And then I could go to the new Toys R Us because there's 2 Toys R Us's in Nashville.
Oh my.
Priority.
Said if you're going to see Jeremy and Naomi when you come to Kentucky, tell them I said hi.
That's them.
That's what
That's
he's
who left
saying.
it.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's what
who
he's
said
saying.
that?
That's John. He said if you're going to see when you see them, tell them he says hi.
Well, it'll probably just be Naomi that picks up the fish because Jeremy will be working. But I could just give them to John, and then he could take them to them. John, would you like to take care of some hill stream located?
That sounds
Happens
Yeah,
from person
what
to
they look
person
like.
until they finally get there.
I got a photo. Yeah, they're fellow Kentuckians. So they probably liked each other really good. Even though she's from Texas. And she makes fun of the way that the Kentucky people talk.
Well,
But since it's her husband, she has the right.
oh, okay.
This is what they look like.
Put yourself on big screen.
I think it's too far for him. Right? Oh, excuse me.
Let's say use your bifocals, Ed.
Yeah, they are
What
nice.
they look like.
Yeah, there are 4 or 5 different species of hill streams.
I was just hoping that its stomach wasn't too sunken in. I don't know what their stomachs are supposed to look like. I'm looking at a Autocinculus has a nice little round belly when they're healthy, but this one's just got kind of a flat belly.
Yeah.
Let me see. How do I go back to?
I still,
Everybody.
I was surprised because I hadn't seen any of the Autocinculus in a while, but there's, the other day I was working on that tank and I actually saw them. I thought they're all still there. I thought they were gone because I hadn't seen them forever. They used to be up on the glass all the time, and now they hide all the time. But there's also direct sunlight on that tank, so there's plenty of green for them. This time of the year, there's a ton of direct sunlight on that tank.
You guys, this is amazing.
Remember,
It
you're
looks
supposed to
amazing.
keep some for breakfast for your dad, so don't eat it all.
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed. Believe me,
Make
I know.
another one.
There you go.
Got the W.
My favorite French fry from McDonald's are the wormy ones.
The wormy ones?
Mm-hmm.
What are the wormy
Like-
ones?
1 out of 10 is like real soft, like a worm.
Oh,
Haven't you ever seen that?
Skipper was like this.
I'm not really
Skipper,
into
you were eating
worms,
frogs.
so
Wasn't there a mushy one?
No, there wasn't.
What? You're eating them too fast.
Oh,
There's
they're
always
gone.
at least 1 or 2 wormy ones. People help me out.
I
So
don't
like
know
that.
what you mean.
yeah,
Tell them they're crazy.
He's saying what he's saying about wormy. It's a soggy fry, is what he's saying.
yeah, I haven't had McDonald's fries in probably 6 years.
You ain't missing out on nothing. Tell you
Yeah,
that.
I had some 5 hours ago.
I
was
haven't had
starving
it since
today,
my
so I picked up
grandkids
some
were little
fries on the
kids,
way
'cause
home.
they always liked McDonald's. So now that they're adults, I don't go to McDonald's.
We have it once in a while. It's just convenient. Just like with Skipper, his wife was out all day, and
Yeah.
neither one of them. They were both out all day, so neither one wants to make anything to eat. So they just that's exactly what we do.
Yeah, because I
When you were in
was.
Singapore, was there any McDonald's
Singapore.
Thailand.
or Thailand?
Yeah, there's McDonald's all over the place.
See, you should have went into one.
That's where we ate breakfast every morning was McDonald's. I just had coffee, but Carlos had the breakfast eggs with sausage and
Nice.
whatever potato.
Was it anything specific to Thailand on their menu? There had to be, right? Because I know I've seen a lot.
Yeah, they had some porridge, some rice porridge and they had ketchup in their dispensers. Then they had a hot plum sauce in one of the dispensers.
Mm.
I like
sounds good.
plum sauce on my Muchu beef. Is
work-
that from Orlando? The red or the green thing?
Yeah, he's been a member.
What's
for
he
a month.
saying?
Proud to be a
No.
member of Ed Channel for a month.
Oh,
But he joined
awesome.
today.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, he joined today, but he's been a member for 1 month.
Lando might have had another membership though, and it might have lapsed. I don't know. Maybe not.
He hacked the system.
Oh, I haven't used that in forever. Can I even? Oh yeah, I have one. Oh, look at that. And I do have to say that I was the very first member of Ed's channel.
There's Nola Jane. Nola, someday I have got a doll. I'm going to make a video of a doll.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to dedicate it to you and Ashley Whitecloud. Was that? Or
Yeah, I
Ash-
wonder she hasn't come around anymore. Unless
No,
she changed her
sent
name.
me.
You guys offended her.
Oh, yeah?
Okay,
Now.
that sounds about right.
Oh no, I don't even know who this person is.
That sounds about right.
Well, she sent me a doll she found in one of her lobster traps because she's a lobster fisherman in Maine, I
Oh,
think.
man.
Oh, I need to meet this person.
Well, this doll, it was filled with like muddy sand. So when you sniff it, it smells like the bottom of the ocean, which is awesome. But it weighs like 80 pounds. But it's like all the hair's been plucked out of it because of the sea creatures and stuff. And it's so creepy. So I want to make it special. I was going to put it in this fish tank that I bought that was like perfect size for it, and it had a light that would go. But I ended up using that fish tank for Mike's. What was Mike's Reptiles and Aquatics, or Mike's Aquatics and Reptiles?
Grumpy Mike?
Yeah, Grumpy Mike. But I made him a fish tank when he said he couldn't have fish anymore. So that way he would have like a dry tank with just a green pleco or green phantom pleco and some neon tetras. I just thought it'd be fun for him to have in his room or
Yeah.
at the hospital.
He's had a rough time, and he's not even really around anymore.
Yeah,
he's gone through quite a bit over the last few months. Well, for the last couple of years, he's gone through quite a bit.
Yeah,
That's
a lot.
the baby doll.
But this doll is so creepy. So I got him. But the problem is they skyrocketed the price of that one fish tank. And I mean, it was a pretty cheap tank. And I refuse to spend what they want for it. So I'm sure it'll go on sale again. What I need to do is take a picture of it and give it to Oinky, because she's like the queen of thrifty shopping.
Nice.
And when she sees it, she can tell
That's
me.
what you want in your partner, especially if you're somebody that I like a good deal, but sometimes I just want what I want. And Michelle is very good about being frugal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a G.I. Joe hunter. So I love hunting G.I. Joes, but I want to find them on sale somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, or on discount clearance, and it just makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. I think that's every which way. You know, anything you're into, I think, is more fun when you get a really good deal on it. Just, you know, especially when you go to like a swap meet or something like that, and you find some stuff. Like we found some Star Wars comics years and years ago, and I bought like the whole first season, the first run of the Star Wars comics from this guy. Super cheap, and they were all in great condition. They were for Aiden when he was really little. So
what he did,
I loved it. What's that?
What he did he read them all?
Yeah, he still has them. He kept them. They're in good shape.
Yeah.
We bagged and boarded them, but you know, he will take them out and read them carefully. They're the ones from the 70s, so not super like rare or anything, but you know, like 77, something like that. They came out. Maybe even as late as 80. I don't know, but they're not super rare or anything. But it was cool for him to have that, to find that whole first set. Same with my Micronauts comics. I found the whole first set, and I was just ecstatic. Bought the whole thing, and I got a great deal on it. Yeah, spend less money where you can, have more fun in the long run. It's still like that. John, wait, real quick, Ed. John said, hunting G.I. Joes for sport or meat? Doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of meat, he said.
Yeah. Well, I do buy the big ones. They started making these, they're called G.I. Joe Classified. And they're 6-inch instead of 3-inch. And they're super detailed. And I was like, I looked at them 3 years ago when they first started producing them. I was like, these are amazing. But I would never spend $25 or $24 for these, you know, and I put them back. Well, now it's so ridiculous expensive that you can find them on half price, or Ollie sells them for $5.
Yeah.
And I've been collecting them and having a lot of fun with it. And now they've made some of my favorite guys, and I have spent $24 on them.
What about the originals, the 12-inch ones with the kung fu grip and the beard and stuff? Do you have any interest in those?
My childhood, I always wanted those, and I never got one. My friend Jeff Nazworski had 3 of them because they were his dad's, and so we used to play with those.
He played with the 6-inch?
John.
There was no 6-inch ones. There was like the full size and 3-inch when I was a kid. But I used to take clay, and I'd put clay and pack it in their eye sockets and stuff to make it look like I got black eyes and stuff when they were fighting.
You were always craft dad, weren't you? Even back then.
Yep. But I would never hit them together because I wouldn't want to chip the paint. So, you know, I'd swing the punch, but then make it look like in the movies where but nobody ever got actually touched. Yep, my
It's,
GI Joes were pristine.
It's after 10 o'clock. Oh, you started a little bit late. Oh, but it is. It's almost you're almost 2 hours anyways. You're only 15 seconds away.
Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming on. And I mean, Dr. Anthony, thank you so much for coming up and telling us all about your adventures. They're always a lot of fun. And just think about, you know, the garbage in Brazil, as long as it's not in Peru. Just think about it.
Yep.
Oh, I also saw a real neat thing about Peruvian justice.
Is that a superhero?
No, this guy is an Instagram model, and he goes to different countries all the time. And it turns out that he's a drug mule.
Oh,
and he was in Peru, and he had $250,000 worth of cocaine. He was either smuggling in or out of Peru.
Probably out.
And okay, he was smuggling it out. Well, he got his trial. He was arrested, had his trial, and put in jail all within 24 hours. And he was serving 7 years.
That's it? 7 years?
Yep. Well, he only gets $5,000 for being the mule. But yeah, so they crack down on people quick there.
Yep. And Peruvian prisons aren't that good. They pack them.
They don't
in
have
like
awesome guys like
sardines.
Skipper to talk to all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys at Skipper's are so lucky that they get to hang out with Skipper all day. I wish I could hang out with Skipper all day long.
I think it's a different Skipper. You know what I mean? I think we got our Skipper and they got their Skipper. You know what I mean?
They get Mr. Skipper there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want me to. Yeah.
Well, I would be happy to hang out with Skipper all day long.
So I can't get.
When you retire, I hope I do.
I can't get in trouble for being Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I do it for a living.
Yeah.
You can't send me to the nut house.
I'm the same way though. Park in my lawn and see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
See how we brought it back around full circle.
Yep.
Full circle.
It all comes back to the beginning.
Well, and Skipper and Rico, thank you guys for being my buddies and doing the shows with us or with me and stuff. I really appreciate both of you.
What
And afterwards, we're going to ask Skipper what the run was about as soon as we get this over with.
You can't
And then thank you, mods, for being great mods today. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for the super chats and the memberships, guys. I appreciate it all.
Wait. I have a complaint.
Oh,
They're
save
sending
it till afterwards.
They're sending
And
you
I
super chats.
appreciate.
They could have just sent me the money for my
That's true.
fundraiser, but no, they send it to you instead. That's ridiculous. See if I ever come on again.
They like
I
him
need
better.
G.I. Joe money.
He wants to get the 6-inch, okay?
Well, the most expensive G.I. Joe I've ever bought was $32. And it was because of the people giving it to me on my birthday. And I got a Sergeant Slaughter for $32. And I would have never paid $32, but I wanted it so bad. I told Rico, if I get this money on my birthday, I'm going to go and buy it, but don't say anything. And then he says it right off the bat.
Yeah, I said it right off the bat. I was like, oh, we're going to get him that. We're going to get him that.
He was like, I hope I get $12, and then it'll just make it so it feels like it's a coupon.
G.I. Joe money.
The Sergeant Slaughter is so cool. But nevertheless, thank you guys for hanging out with us. And we'll catch you next week at this time, either on Skipper's show or on Rico's show. Do you guys know, which one's going to have it?
Not me. I got a Christmas.
I think the 9th would be, The 9th is me, I think.
There's,
Because that's
I might
because,
be in Houston next week with my
You gotta
dad.
focus on that day.
because Tuesday is the focus on with Aquafunk, and then that Saturday is Chris Aquazone. And then so we still got 16th, 23rd, and the 30th of this month too for we'll split that up between us and figure something out.
Awesome possum.
So we still got, I mean, it's a lot of Saturdays there's 5 Saturdays this month.
Oh,
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I'm still
we'll
hungry.
catch y'all later. Bye.
Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit from the drama.